Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Constructive Liberty podcast, intentionally designing a lifestyle of freedom. I don't often talk about where the name of the podcast came from or why liberty and why intentionality, intentionally designing a lifestyle of freedom. Construction or constructive gives the connotation of actively doing something, of being intentional with the way you do something, with design. It has to do with intentional design. So that's the constructive part of constructive liberty. Liberty has to do with being free, with our lifestyle, with everything about us, as much as possible being free. So intentionally designing a lifestyle of freedom. Doing work we love to do. Doing things in life that we love to do. It has to do with a life and career that we've intentionally designed to lift us up, to build us up, so that we in turn can help others have a life and career that they love as well. So it's a big circle of life. I love it. That is where that came out of. Enough on that. Today I want to talk about creating some empowering beliefs to help you unlock your true potential. You know, we've all got limiting beliefs in life. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not skilled enough. I'm not knowledgeable enough. I'm not a good enough speaker. I have too many ums and ahs. My mind goes blank when I'm in a social setting. I'm socially anxious. All the things. I just can't do the things I want to do. I don't have the skills, the tools, the knowledge, the whatever. I was beaten too many times as a kid. My emotions are stunted. I don't have what it takes to do it. You know, all the things, those are all beliefs that we have based on things that have happened to us throughout our life. And while not illegitimate, while not throwing them out completely, while not throwing out our experiences and thoughts and feelings, some of those beliefs have to get gone in order for us to move forward in life and to fulfill our unlimited potential. Because God has given us capacity to accomplish things beyond what we can even think or imagine. There's a verse in the Bible that says he is able to do beyond what we can even think or imagine. It says he's able to do exceedingly abundantly above and beyond what we can think or imagine. So don't you think those beliefs that you have about events that happen to you and why and how that they're holding you back? Don't you think that if he's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can think or ask or imagine, that you should let go of those limiting beliefs? When we let go of the things that hold us back, because my dad yelled at me, because my teacher touched me inappropriately, because I was beaten as a child, or I was made fun of by other school kids, or my boss fired me, he said I was a no good, whatever, all of the negative things, while they did happen to us, and I don't want to diminish them, we have to let go of those as defining who we are. They're events that shape us, but they don't define us. They don't put you in a box. And so often when something happens to us, we think that that has put us into a box, and we're afraid to come out of that box. So if we can eliminate those beliefs or eliminate the walls of that box, it's like taking a power washer to your mind. It cleanses it. It cleans it. It's fresh and clean. If we can knock down those walls and get a nice new view of the mountaintop that we're sitting on, we can be ready to accept new beliefs that empower us to fulfill our God-given potential. We get to choose what we want to believe. Whether or not you actually know that and believe that, we get to choose what we want to believe. We do choose our beliefs. Think of it, next time somebody says something negative to you, stop it right there. Do like Neo in the Matrix movies when he stopped the bullets. Stop that negative thing from going into your mind. Take a hold of it and look at it and examine it. Do I want to believe this? Is this something that I want to believe? And then throw it away. Or reformat what they said into something that is true. And then take it on. You can do that. We have the power to choose our beliefs. So I'm going to go into a few beliefs that will empower you. If you accept them, if you take them on, they will empower you to tap into your unlimited potential. So many of us get on what we call the hamster wheel of life, right? It's this endless circle of going to sleep, waking up, going to work, maybe going out with friends after work, and then crashing on the couch, watching TV until bedtime, then doing the whole thing over and over and over again. We have to give ourselves permission to get off of that hamster wheel and then smash the hamster wheel so that we can't use it anymore. We have to learn and grow and get outside of that. When we think of learning, we think of school. I hated the learning that I did in school because 99% of it wasn't interesting to me at all. Okay? That is where our hatred of learning comes in at. But learning is actually fun if we're learning things we want to learn. And there's a million different ways to learn things. There's so much free information out there, from YouTube to online courses. There's free courses and really cheap courses, and there's really expensive courses. But you can learn anything you want to learn for free, whether that's a new language, whether that is things about the world, how things operate, whether that is a new skill to implement in your work, to create a new routine rather than a hamster wheel. You have to believe that you can do it and break yourself out of your comfort zone. Once you believe that you can learn the secrets that will help you to unlock your true potential, you will be unlimited in what you can do. So whether if you want to quit your 9-to-5 job and go start a fishing camp, go do that. Go do something. Just get rid of the belief that it's not possible for you. If somebody can do it, you can do it. Find somebody who's done it and then go emulate them. Find out how they went about doing it. Number 2, when you stop holding yourself back and you permit yourself to get out of that comfort zone we talked about earlier, you can do anything. So we have to let go of those beliefs that we're not good looking, we're kind of boring, or we don't have anything to contribute. We have to put ourselves out into the world. What would you do? Let me ask you this. What would you do if you knew 100% that it was okay to try and to fail and to get back up again and to try again? Think of Thomas Edison with the light bulb. How many times did he try and fail? Or, in his words, how many times did he try and successfully find a way that didn't work? You have to fall in love with the process, not with the end result. It's okay to put yourself out there. There are old people on TikTok, 88, 90-year-old people with millions of views. They know that it's okay to put yourself out there, to try, to ignore the haters. Do the things that speak to you in life. Tap into your skills, your gifts, your talents, your interests, the things you're passionate about. Life will be so much better for you. Number 3, it's rare that anyone can go through life and succeed without outside help, without input from other people. If you want to be the best that you can be, you're going to have to ask for help. Whether that is friends that are going along the same path you're going, whether that is mentors, coaches, books, courses, all of those things are valid areas or valid ways to find help. And we're going to have to find help to accomplish things that we haven't done before. As the saying goes, if you want something you don't have, you're going to have to do things you haven't done. Something like that. I butchered it, but you get the idea. Find groups to meet up with. If you want to be a speaker, go find and join a Toastmasters group. That's what I need to do. My closest one is about an hour away, but I need to just, bite the bullet and go join it, because I do intend to become a speaker, a presenter, a facilitator, and I'm working that way. That's part of who I want to become. So that I'm speaking to myself on this one. But those meetup groups, those networking things, whatever you can find, people that are traveling a similar path to you, those surrounding yourself by people you want to be like will help you to become that thing. We have to drop the idea that we're not worthy, that we're not worth success. Okay? I've said this in the past. You deserve everything you desire to the exact degree you're willing to put in the work to achieve it. Now, that does seem counterintuitive to what we believe the Bible would say, but I've got a verse for you here. Psalm 37, verse 4 and 5. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. I don't know about you, but I want the desires of my heart. We can't stop with just the desires of our heart, though. The next verse says, commit your way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. He has given us desires. He's given us things that we want, that we need, that we love, so that he can fulfill them in us. So forget the idea that you're not worth it, that you can't succeed. God gave you those things for a reason. Pursue them with everything you've got. I've got two more for you and maybe a bonus. We'll see. We talk a lot about what God's given us, the strengths, the gifts, the talents, abilities, interests, passions, all of those things. We need to make a list of what our strengths are and then build on that list. When we focus on our areas of weakness, that becomes the thing that fills our mind. It creates a lot of negative chatter in our mind, and it halts any improvements that we try to make because we focus on the negative. We get what we focus on. So we need to focus on our strengths and build on those. Work inside of those things. If you're a generous person, look for more ways to be generous. If you are an encouraging person, look for more ways to encourage other people. If you're great at helping people, look for more ways to help people. Whatever your strengths are, look for ways to focus on and operate inside of that. Don't focus on the negative, but focus on your strengths. The next one is to be willing to accept feedback. People most times are readily willing to give constructive criticism, they call it. And anything that is criticism or critical or anything like that hurts. It hurts. Okay? But if we can do the Neo thing, stop the negative, stop it, take it and look at it for what it is. Take the feedback part of it. Take the constructive part of the criticism. It's all feedback. Accept any form of feedback, but don't identify yourself as the feedback. Whether that is the most glowing feedback in the world or the most negative feedback in the world. Accept them both the same. Just learn and grow from it. What did I do right that brought this glowing feedback in? And how can I do more of that? What did I do wrong that brought this criticism in? And how can I do less of that? How can I change that? Feedback is simply a tool for learning and growing. I said I might have a bonus one, but I'm going to stop there with 5. We're going to stop with that. To recap, it's keep learning things that you love. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Find groups of people who can give you a boost in chasing the things that you desire. Focus on your strengths, on the things that you're good at. And then last of all, be willing to accept feedback, any form of feedback. All right, with all that being said, I want to invite you to join in on my 5-day business incubator. It happens May the 1st through the 5th. That is next Monday following the release of this episode, May 1st through 5th. And it's going to be a little different than what most challenges are run as. This is kind of a challenge. I'm challenging you to start your own business or side hustle, but I'm creating a group on Mighty Networks for this. And what I'll be doing is releasing some videos and audios into this group and putting some resources in there as well for you to work through on your own time. And each day, what I want you to do is to dive into that group and go through the content, go through all of that, work through it as you are working towards starting your own side hustle or business. What we want to do by the end of this week is to have a business plan that we can implement to have a great launch of our side hustle or business. That's the goal of this business incubator, is to give yourself a plan. Like, here is what I do. Here's who I serve. Here is my price point and all of those things. And here's where I'm going to find the people that I will serve. And then you can just go start doing. So I'm going to have a link down in the show notes where you can just go click. It's going to take you to a sign-up form. All you're going to do is enter your name and email address, and I will invite you into the group. And we're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to see you on the inside. Do good work.